And my winner for this year's Eurovision Song Contest, which will take place in Torino, Italy, is... What's up, Eurovision people? My name is Sean, and on my channel I talk about all things Eurovision. My top 40 video is finally here. I have been taking my time to reveal who I think are the best countries with the best songs in this year's Eurovision Song Contest. I've been taking my time because I've been changing their positions quite often on my scoreboard. So now that I am finally comfortable with how everyone stands, I'm ready to announce it. So without further ado, here is my top 40 for this year's Eurovision Song Contest, which will take place in Torino. The song was kind of destined to be in this position since it was released. It's uninspiring, it's also a little bit dated. I feel like it wants to emulate the rock success that Måneskin achieved last year. It almost sounds like a garage demo of a band that used to be famous 500 years ago, but they're not really popular anymore. I'm sad to put the Ireland so low, but the reality is that the song is very unmelodic. It sounds lazy, the production sounds very linear, very uninspiring. The lyrics are also very immature. This could be so much better, but unfortunately it's not. It's an improvement from last year, yes, but the song is very generic, it's very uninspiring. It's not a bad production by any means, it just leaves me wanting so much more, and it's my number 38. I'm not a massive fan of the song by any means. To me, it's lame, it's kind of stupid, it's also really annoying. I don't get the whole banana thing. I think it's really infantile and childish. It's almost like it's the Nordic way of being funny. It just becomes cringeworthy, and I don't buy it. Now, this might stir up a lot of hate in the comments, but I don't know, this song just reminds me of one of those 2015-2016 songs by Troye Sivan or Asbjorn. They're meant to engage in people's thoughts, and they end up just making people more depressed. Even the way Ochman sings, I know he's very talented and he's classically trained, but the way he winds his way through the song, it's just not for me, I'm sorry. At number 35, I have Switzerland. This song sounds like a Christmas ballad, but it's also borderline dated. I think it has an understated quality in it that I appreciate, but immediacy is its biggest lack here. It's not immediate at all. It took me many listenings to get in touch with this song, and unfortunately Eurovision viewers don't have that luxury. This song does have a charm to it, especially the way it begins, but it's very linear, and then in that way it might need to be shorter. It comes across as a high school production, which, like, in it there are the boys who didn't want to do anything but were forced to do something, so they just came up with this, you know? Again, this is the Nordic kind of understated that is appreciated in the region, but unfortunately for everyone else it just comes across as boring. And the only thing I like in it is that it's in Icelandic, but I still believe that this song shouldn't have one song Vakeppin. Nothing pains me more than to put Armenia so low, but unfortunately this was too much of a disappointment for me. The song tries to be refined and tries to be mainstream, but it ends up being very lackluster. I really like Rosalind as a personality, but unfortunately the song, it just doesn't do it for me. Now, this is a song that I should really like. It's the perfect recipe for my stereotypical top 5 Eurovision song. It's ethnic, it's folky, it's well produced, it will probably be very well performed, but for some reason I just do not connect to it. I don't connect to it at all. It's probably gonna be marked by some really good staging, but as of now I don't find myself latching onto it. There is a lot here that I like. I think the melody is charming, I think the lyrics are very interesting, but at the end of the day it still falls on a little bit of a cliche for me, and it doesn't stand out as much as it does in this field. I think Croatia really needs to rethink its strategy on how to pick their song. This is a very grandiose song, but unfortunately I find it very emotionally manipulative. It is one of those songs that gives you the impression that it's better and bigger than it actually is. I also struggle to connect with Sheldon Riley because of the mask, so this is a problem for me. I don't know how it will do in Torino, but I don't really connect with this, I'm sorry. This is an indie song that I really like, but Although I can latch onto the melody, the lyrics are kind of silly. The mystery behind the performers and who they are and who is Circus Marcus also doesn't really do anything to elevate this product, and I'm afraid it will be forgotten in the semi-final in Torino. Now, this is a very well written and very well produced song with instruments that are very well timed and very well paced. A song like this needs a performer to connect both with the song and with the audience. And unfortunately, I don't find that Nadir Rustamli connects with either. The lyrics are also kind of disjointed. For that reason, I'm afraid Azerbaijan is my number 27. This is a very catchy tune, but it is also trash pop. Trash pop that is instant, but it's trash pop. His vocals are also very lacking, although Wurs has a very addictive personality. I've seen some of his interviews. He's a really nice guy. Even though it's better than Romania's effort last year, I'm afraid it will still struggle to qualify. This is a very beautifully understated song. I really like the blend between English and Portuguese, something that I don't usually look forward to listening to. With the right staging and with the right performance, this could tug on to people's heartstrings in a way that it is pushed to the grand final in Torino. This is an improvement by Danish standards for me. It's a well-produced melody. It has good studio vocals, but live I'm not so convinced. But I still need a little bit more from Denmark. This is a music industry that has given us a lot, and I believe that we can get a lot more from Denmark. Now, I really like the mystery that this song evokes. But the chorus, unfortunately, is very empty. It has potential for a show-stopping vocal performance, but it's very middle of the road for me. I think it will qualify, but a lot of that will have to do with Jeremy Makiez's vocal performance. This is a beautiful modern Balkan ballad, enough to not be categorized as a stereotypical Balkan ballad. However, the problem is that Vladana has not proven herself vocally capable of delivering a song like this in the way it needs to be delivered. And also another problem for me is that the lyrics are unforgivable. Some of you might be surprised to see Spain so high, given the amount of slack I gave this song when it won Benidorm Fest. I'm starting to like it. It's slick and it's well produced, but I still think it's generic. I still think it's musically void of any merit, and the lyrics, I still find them to be banal. This is a very raw and unpretentious ballad, and I really like it. The rap part is excellent. When I compare it to other male ballads like Azerbaijan and Australia, as opposed to Nadir Rustamli and Sheldon Riley, the viewer can actually connect to what Malik Harris is saying and to the story that he's trying to convey through his song. This is a very unique sound and very unique vocals from Stefan. However, it's not the most authentic product from Estonia. It's a very catchy melody, it's very well produced, and that is why I like it. But I wish Estonia would give us some more authentic songs in the future at Eurovision. I find this one of the most underrated songs this year. It's got an excellent chorus, very well produced, very ethnic, very catchy, very danceable as well. Although it might be too camp for some viewers, I think it's the perfect Eurovision moment. It is to be seen whether the song will qualify to the final, but I think Israel have something to be proud of. While I absolutely don't like the intro of this song, and I think it takes too long to get there, I absolutely love how it progresses. So the weakness in the intro is cancelled out by the strength of how the song progresses. Amanda Tenfjord seems very engaged in it, although I am yet to see how Amanda's live vocal capabilities play into the performance of the songs. This is a very unique, classy, sultry, but without being slutty performance. I really like this, it's like an Alla Pugacheva Eastern style with all of its classiness. I have to say, Monica Liu has an excellent personality. This is a very well produced song. The instruments sound very well paced, very well timed. They sound like they're in the right place in the song. It's a mid-tempo structure that aids the song very well. I am yet to be convinced by the lead singer's live vocal capabilities. If they iron this out well, this could be a very solid performance for Finland. At number 14, I have the Czech Republic. This is a very addictive production. I find the song to have a very good beat, and especially the bass is very well brushed up. But one problem is that the vocals of Dominika, they they need to be ameliorated in order for this to really come to life in Torino. Achille Lauro has a very addictive personality. I really like him. This is rock with attitude and with style and with fashion. I almost wish it was fully in Italian. The song also lends itself to very epic staging, so I look forward to seeing this in Torino, and I do think this has a lot of potential to qualify. This is a very good song for me, with an excellent production. It has a viral quality to it, not just because of the lyrics, and the staging can do a lot here to encourage, audience participation. I think this song is a song that a lot of people are sleeping on, and I hope it does well in Torino. This is a very feel-good kind of song that it does not need to be performed by someone who is part of a minority, It needs to be performed by someone who is a voice for these people. And that is why I like that Emma Muscat is singing this song in all of her beauty. Her commercial pop voice is excellent. The lyrics are simple, they are unpretentious. Yes, some of you can say it's generic, but it's also very catchy. I hope this qualifies. This is a very original song. I find the chorus to be particularly innovative. Estine's voice fits the song perfectly, and everything that contributes to the entirety of the song just adds to the authenticity, to the mystery, and also the fact that it's in Dutch, I really think that is a very good and very well thought out product. This is also a very well produced song, and I hope Sam Ryder can replicate the excellence of his vocals on the studio on the live performance. I don't want to hear him go into falsetto in the chorus. I want to hear that raspy, gritty tone, and especially since the song lends itself to an epic moment on stage, this is Britpop that is actually good, that is accessible, that connects with the rest of Europe. This can be one of the UK's best results ever. This is a very alternative raspy vocal that is very appropriate to the song's aura and tempo. The lyrics are very authentic and relatable. I think this is the best Swedish song in a very long time. This is the perfect balance for me between a radio pop song and a Eurovision immediate product. It's difficult to stage and it's difficult to sing live, and it will probably dip down when we get to Torino, but the excellence of the song should not go unnoticed, and I wish Austria the best of luck, because for once they're sending a song that is appropriate for Eurovision. This is an ethnic, ethereal sound that we have been missing from Greece and Cyprus for a very long time. It's well produced. When the chorus kicks in, it pumps hard. It's very well sung. It would be very interesting to see how this is staged. This is Cyprus's best effort since Eleni Foureira for me. Again, this is a perfect ethnic song with modern rap and instrumental breaks. It was very well staged in Vidbir. I'm glad that this is the song that Ukraine is sending, because it is not trying to ride the wave of the current war reality, and it is just there, to give a good show and to give Ukraine one of its best results. This one is sung with a lot of attitude, with a lot of female conviction. It's very well choreographed as well. It's ethnic, it's pumpy. It almost reminds me of Wild Dances by Ruslana. And in doing so, this should actually give Albania one of its best ever results. I can understand that it can also become a bit of a fan wank, but I hope not, because it's a great song. This is why Eurovision exists, for songs like this to come to the surface. It's got the best lyrics of the whole entire competition for me. It's a melody that evokes interest, evokes urgency, it evokes worry, but at the same time, it makes you feel comfortable because it gives the satisfaction that a topic like this is being discussed. Construct is just an incredible artist, and she has got one of the best personalities for me. This is a very immediate song, loaded with cultural references and instances, and the exceptional mesh between Alvan's rap and Ayaz's harmonies is also something to be very commended. It also sheds light on linguistic minorities in France. It's a song fully in Breton, not in French. And the song has got excellent rave-like qualities that could lend themselves to having a show moment in Torino. This whole product just rides on the recent wave of the Italian renaissance of music, charting on global Spotify charts. This is a beautiful melody with an extremely impactful production. Blanco and Mahmoud's blend is effortless and it's in another league of its own in terms of vocals. And I love how this product, it represents Italy's music scene in a really open-minded and non-judgmental way. And I genuinely think that this could be the winner of Eurovision 2022. We could go to Italy again next year. And I genuinely hope so, because this is my favorite song. Those are my top 40 songs of this year's Eurovision Song Contest. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And while you're at it, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you did like this video, subscribe to my channel, and come and follow me on my Instagram for more Eurovision related material. I will see you later. Bye bye.